Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Kendrick McMillan. I am a day trader here on YouTube. I wanted to go over this market recap with you for the day, just to kind of like share with you my thoughts and what I was looking for when it comes to the day trade. As you all know, before we start, I am not a financial advisor. I am no one important. I am just someone that enjoys day trading and finding opportunity in the markets to make money. So you can take what I say and take it as just information, things of that nature, and maybe apply it to your trades to scale up and be capitalize on moves in the stock market. As you all know, if you didn't know, I trade SPY and QQQ, mainly SPY, but I will keep my eyes peeled on QQQ if I see opportunity as well. Now, for the past couple of days, we've been bullish on SPY. Let me go back on the 4 hours just so I can show you what I'm seeing. We had this rally and bounce off of this old previous demand zone from down here. It was a 1 hour demand zone actually. That I noticed that price was rallying off this area here. We had a rally bounce off of this for continuation, another rally bounce off of this demand zone. So I would say last Friday I noticed that price was bouncing off of this demand zone and was creating highs when pre-market, creating highs, new highs when pre-market opened. So my overall bias for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and today was overall bullish. Monday open, was able to catch a nice clean trade. Same thing with Tuesday and Wednesday, but today was a little bit different. Why? Because I noticed that we have a high here that could potentially be liquidity. And so when I went into the markets today, I'm going to 15-minute. When I went into the market today, what I typically do is, again, in some previous videos, I give you my top-down analysis of what I typically do. I typically mark out the previous day high and low, and then I also mark out the pre-market high and low as well. As the market opened today, before the market opened today, I noticed that price was still creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So I was still going off of that, idea that price could still continue to rally and make highs this morning. And I think that's what it did exactly. We had this high right here, but price rallied down. Before the market opened, I noticed that price during pre-market, price rallied up. No, when the market opened, I noticed that price rallied up and broke and created a minor breaker structure right here. So my overall bias was still bullish for the day. At the same time, I noticed that price was rallying up. I noticed this minor breaker structure. So my trade was there. I had my 5-minute demand zone. I had my minor breaker structure, and I had my breakout candle. What I needed to see was price to rally back into that demand zone and close outside of that demand zone. Once it rallied, I took a small position, and then once it closed, I added here off the top of the high of this candle. So again, my overall bias was I was looking for buys. At the same time, I was being careful because price didn't rally back down to these lows, pre-market lows or previous day lows. It rallied up to pre-market high and previous day high. So I know that there was a liquidity sweep was going to happen. As you can see, liquidity was swept and it rallied down. I did take this sweep in another account of mine, my E-Trade account, for a nice $150, $50 contract for $150. But in my day trade account, my Thinkorswim day trade account, I wanted to pay attention to this trade. Like I said, I noticed price broke out, it retested. I got into a contract once it retested, and then I bought uh, three more contracts, or four, yeah, three more contracts as the price closed bullish above this candle right here. So price rallied, went up, rallied, kept my eye on it, and started noticing that it started to get weak here around this area. So again, with the way that I trade and the way that I think, I keep in mind that liquidity sweep off of these pre-market highs and previous day highs. I knew it was going to come. So my trade was real quick. As it was rallying up, I noticed that the price that I wanted for the day gave it to me, took my profits from here, and then it's consolidated and then started to rally down. And that was the trade. It gave me a clean 1 to 3, I believe, like 1 to 3.73% return. You see that right here. And I was done for the day. Quick and easy, about 450, and some change for the day. I'm done for the day. I do that type of trading every day. I wait to see where the market's going, whether it's going to be bullish or bearish. Before I do anything, I want to see if a demand zone or supply zone is going to be created, and if there's going to be a major breaker structure or a minor breaker structure created. I also look for price, where the price is going to go towards. Is it going towards liquidity? Before I do anything or get into any trade, I wait for price to rally towards liquidity to tell me the story. Once liquidity is swept, then I'll have an idea where the market's going. But today was one of those days where I followed what the market gave me. I paid more attention to what the chart was saying. It created a demand zone. We had a minor breaker structure, a bullish strong candle outside of that zone for a continuation for a quick 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 scalp. At the same time, I noticed that price was rallying, consolidating, and started to rally due to the sweep. So I got into another $50 position from here, and I just got down, got it all the way down here. I believe price is probably going to retest previous day lows, but I am paying attention to this 1 hour demand zone. As you can see here, we have this demand zone that was tested yesterday, that was tapped into yesterday for continuation up. But then also I am looking at this demand zone here that was tapped in and created. Just paying attention just to see if price wants to continue to rally down to which I want to see where price wants to find its bounce or momentum to be able to continue the price. Like I said, I believe price is probably going to sweep, is going to cancel this demand zone out to rally back down to previous day lows. There's a possibility. We are in an uptrend. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high today, new high, and it's rallying down and it's retracing and retracing some key levels. So again, with trading, you have to keep in mind, one, you have to follow your strategy. You have to know what you're looking at, when to look at it, and things of that nature. Or I say, I think this was demand. It price bouncing off of this strong bullish engulfing candle. So price could potentially go off of this demand zone and rally, like I said, down to this low. Again, the trade for the day for me was done a long time ago. As you can see, price, we have this demand zone here on the 4 hour. Price rallied out, retested, and continued. So again, price could do whatever it wants right now. We are, like I said, in an uptrend, but you have to make sure and identify the type of trader you want to be. If you're a scalper, that does not mean you're getting into a trade and holding it for the whole day. Scalp it, and then as you're scalping, take profits. You know, the market is not your friend, not your buddy. So please take the money that you see, and as it's giving you, as it's paying you, scale out. Um, with that being said, I hope this video made sense. I hope this video was a help. If you can, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and let's trade for another day. Tomorrow is a holiday, so there is no trading for me tomorrow. But we're going to be back on these charts on Monday and see if we can do it all over again for the rest of the week. You all be blessed, stay safe, and enjoy your day. Blessings.